opinions and views expressed by individuals during this broadcast are their own and may not be the opinions of this network, their group, or other organization they may be involved with.
Yes, everything's working. Happy Mindful Monday. I'm Mark Winner, your joint host on the NOK Network. Mindfulness in action. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, everybody at the NOK Network. And you, the listener, whether you're here or later on Twitch, Rumble, Bumble, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Tinder. Happy Monday. It's the 710 Sesh. Mondays with Mark. So a little bit of mindfulness, a little bit of martial arts, a little bit of cannabis. Here I'm starting with, instead of the usual prayer bowl, I've got my incense from my daughter and Gabe all the way from Vietnam. And lighting incense is a great way to get the smell of cannabis if you have family coming over, or just to actually think of family, right? So imagine that incense as it drifts upwards, that's going to loved ones near, far, whether they're in this life or not. So there's all sorts of ways we can connect with you, others, people in pain, people in need. So that's what I love about the show. It's about sharing, expressing, and understanding each other. So I got to understand how my glasses work with the height. So let me adjust the screen. There we go. All right. See, I just got the glasses and I'm just trying to adjust. Yeah. It's just the wrong angle. Oh well. Sorry, people. Do not adjust your set. Anyway, cheers. Happy Monday. So I usually start with the prayer bowl. But I didn't tonight because change is good. Anticipation and things not always working out or things changing. So we always have to adapt. And, this week I want to talk about, Shogun came out on Netflix. If you've heard of the Netflix story about Shogun, the military dictator basically in Japan, starting back in the 1640s. And that's where the samurai dominated and held power for up to 300 years. So, and of course, the other movie that's really popular, at least for me and my family, is Roadhouse, right? So it was redone. The original was Patrick Swayze cleaning up the rough bar, corruption and bad guys. And this one was with Jake Gyllenhaal, I can't say his name, and Conor McGregor. So I enjoyed it. So my point being is, how does this tie into what I teach? Well, mindfulness, martial arts, and cannabis is all about connecting. And that's what's really cool about all those is Shogun, the Japanese culture society, the warrior culture society is all about stillness, because in order to be a warrior, in order to perform at your best or give one to your master, in my case, the art of self is we're our own masters, is by being still. So I use the prayer bowl, the prayer beads, the movement, the stick work, all these different modalities as a way to get still, as a way to get present. So change is good. So everybody, I look forward to the change that I see here by having different people on the board and more people on the board. I heard last week we had over 1,700 views on the network, on the channel, on all the different accumulated programs in 1 week. So there are a lot of people listening, whether it's live on all those different services and later. So whether you're watching now or later, share it with somebody, tell a friend. I look forward to sharing more about movement martial arts. I know I keep saying that, but we have to build. We have to build. So I don't see just 3 to 10 on here. We see 200. I would love an opportunity to share more. So thank you for being here tonight. So tonight we're talking a little bit about the different ways that I use, whether it be caffeine in order to shut myself up, hesitate. I hope you notice I did a little trimming job for the first time without going to my super VP designs. I just did a trim, not a haircut, just a trim here, just a little cleaning. It felt good because I was going to do like a Viking. So I hope you notice, fans, loved ones, peace and love. I want you to be able to see my features. The eye, right? The third eye. So different modalities. I was looking at here what I have from my kids over the years. Right? This is a heart. This is my kids were little, and I put all these little keepsakes, right? So there's a wonderful marble from my daughter when she was 4. There's a healing stone from when my dad passed away, a lucky poker chip, my first prayer beads from like 32 years ago. So all these carry a vibration that, my daughter's for Father's Day. What's this? I miss you and I love you. Look at that. It's the shape of a heart. I mean, who does that? So you keep these keepsakes, these vibrations. These are my, my mojo bag, right? Everybody you've seen in native cultures and different cultures. This is from my friend Lopsang family, Lama family, Lopsang. And that's a Tibetan. So I keep all my keepsakes in there, right? So there's so many different ways to respect and appreciate what one has, like I've showed you the wonderful lotus from my Rinpoche La, who sadly is still in a coma. So still sending prayers that way. You never know, miracles do happen. But he had a massive stroke. So there's all sorts of ways to send. If you're less mobile, I always say if I move, I groove. Well, if you can't move, I can't go off camera and do all my Tai Chi Chuan. So I'm trying to be here and connect and share with you the passion of all these different modalities, martial arts, yoga, movement, and how it'll benefit you. And if you find your own modality, whether it's, journaling every day, have a journal. Whether it's me doing a prayer bowl, incense. Remember, what's it? The mind. What do you have? The old Star Wars. Mind what you have learned, save you can. I don't do a good yoga, but it's the mind. So the mind is the sharpening tool. And how do we sharpen it? A little bit of cannabis, a little bit of mindfulness, a little bit of movement. Maybe not a little bit of cannabis, maybe just movement. So maybe some prayer beads, doing some mantra work. So whatever it is, it doesn't always necessarily have to be the perception of, my cannabis today is I'm using my caramel coffee infused THC and CBD. Again, all the terpenes are intact. And it helps with the body pain. So the exciting thing for me is, I'm not smoking and I'm able to talk. Hello. And it does provide quite a bit of relief and also reduces anxiety and certainly does help me sleep. So what are you going to be trying at 7:10? Let me know what you're smoking. Happy 7:10 to you. Whether you're out west, out east, up north, down south, we are all connected. Peace and love. And actually, I will have a puff. I do have a joint somewhere. All right, hold on. Happy 7/10 to you. Excuse me. Yes, I did inhale. There's a new company that's asking me to try one of their cannabis CBDs. So whether you're listening, I'm coming down to visit you in Guelph and hopefully talk to you later because, yeah, I'd like to try your CBD. It's got like a 15% CBD and 1% THC. So thank you, company that I will talk about later when I have a meeting with them, because I'd love to promote a company that is craft grown in Ontario. So what are you smoking with tonight? Because tonight I have a strain that I got from local through the OCS at the Big Bud. So that was nice. It's a nice little strain, helps with anxiety, body pain. It's a hybrid. So what are you using? Are you enjoying a nice caramelized tea or coffee? A vape? Just mindfulness? There's many different ways to connect, to find balance, equanimity, homeostasis. I'm always pushing the martial arts, but some people have used, like you talk, meditation and mindfulness. And a friend of mine, before she became a nun, had cancer. And she was the first one in Canada that was diagnosed and had her cancer go into remission with the use of Tantric Buddhism. So literally, from a non-religious perspective, they document it from a scientific perspective, I believe on the West Coast, through Kadampa Dharma, Buddhist movement. And you just focus on this as a medicine Buddha. See the blue, so you have this, all this tantric, and all these colors are tied to, these colors are all tied to the different chakras. And when you use Tantric Buddhism, you're using visualization, you're using mantras, you're using prayer bowls, you're using different methods and tools for everything from using hand gestures and again mantras, vocal, to again the visualization of all the variety of colors. And she was able, over I believe a 6-year period, to put her cancer into remission. I mean, so to me, I studied this not just from a religious point of view. I consider myself really a nothing, but there is a beautiful science of Buddhism. They always say, oh, it's not a religion. It is a religion, but I believe there is a part, again, that a lot of people, certainly from a lot of other faiths, very well-known faiths and well-known people, and they study Tantric because whether it be through Buddhism, Hinduism, Jainism, different other isms from India, where Tantricism and Dharma comes from, it comes from India and that whole area where, before that it was all called, whatever. But it's funny, they all come from that sort of area, like Nepal, I believe it is. So negatives into positives, and there's many different ways. I used to have to come home and have to use a punching bag. So here's a mini punching bag. So you have a mini punching bag, you can get in that and you can come in and punch it every day. I personally love the workout, right? Hand and eye movement, right? It is awesome. So you see I have one down here. Well, I'm not going to show it to you, but you can see there's a string down here. So that's the punching bag. So I love movement. I love using hand and eye coordination, but when you move, you groove. But sometimes, like yesterday, I got up and I fell down straight on my face, and it depressed me. It hurt, had pain for quite a few hours afterwards. The spike, you have extra spikes, like it's like an earthquake, and then you have a lot of sub ones. So sometimes you can't move. So some people can use visualization. They can use the incense. You can just lie there and visualize, obviously, your kids. What I'm saying is in the different modalities, martial arts and isms, including Buddhism, the the best thing that I teach from all this, and why Roadhouse is so cool and Shogun is so popular, because it comes down to stillness. You have a true reflection. And if you have a true reflection, you get to not only see your true self, but you get to be able to express yourself with emotional content that is so powerful to be part of, to experience, to watch. So I hope you feel that as I express deeply in the bosom of my heart, which is deep in my soul, in my ribcage, I believe, that I love what I'm doing, and I love to be able to share this with a million people. So share it with a friend, and let's create a movement as Kim has done, because this whole network keeps bringing in more and more people and content that once it's shared, we can create an even larger opportunity. Kim's on the road now, busting her chops. So let's give her, Kim, Steve, the whole family of new NOK new presenters and programmers and new Sesh people, peace and love and good luck to you all, because thank you. You make our network a better place, and certainly yourselves and the community all benefit by what you do. So I hope you feel the same way about what I do. I love what I do, and I love these opportunities to share. So what are you going to be smoking with? Why are these glasses? I just don't have the right height. That's it. I got to sit up tall. There we go. There we go. What are you seshing with? Let me know what you're seshing with. I'm using a hybrid. And that's why, if you look at martial arts, why MMA and all these different martial arts are so popular. They're actually hybrids, taking multitude of martial arts or crossbreeding genetically, using different modalities. You see, I do a lot of fancy, fast movements, but really what I'm doing now with the Tai Chi, or when we do the opening movement, this is all about using stillness within the movement. Like when we do the breath work or the stillness breathing, it's breathing in. You're still for a moment between the next out breath. Just before you breathe in, there's just a moment. Breathing in. Before you breathe out, just a slight hesitation. It's between that space. That's where stillness is. That's where omnipresence is. That's where non-attachment is. When someone's attacking you, you're just responding. You're not there where they're actually hitting. So that's why they say things flow off you like water. Problem is, we're human beings and we have emotional attachment. So what are we going to do? We're going to go, what? You don't like my Rolling Stone shirt? I mean, come on. It's a brand new shirt from, right? And my blue check. This is for my birthday from Daryl. So express yourself, be kind to yourself, and fuck other people, right? So you got to be kind. You got to pay yourself first. And the best way I know how is by being still and by creating a space for stillness every day, for peace, tranquility, for, plan your work and work your plan, which is like writing it down, think it, ink it, do it. Not always easy to do. So even if you're immobile, I know some of the best things can be created through, through negativity, right? Through not something negative happens, then something always positive happens. And the best way is by just moving forward, by keep moving. If we sit still, you're saying, well, but you just said be still. Being still is actively participating, right? I'm not just going, no. I'm my right hand over my left, thumbs together. I'm actively participating in the stillness. I'm making sure my body posture is right. I'm not just like this. I'm not like this. I'm not going, hey, I got the sports channel on. You know what I mean? Still, actively participate. Boom, you be still. I do it through martial arts movement. Boom, 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 boom. That's stillness, right? Because I just respond. I react. Boom, boom, boom. But if we're still internally, I might look like and act like people that know me a Tasmanian devil, right? The truth is, stillness is here now. So happy 720. In the moment, light it up. Let's appreciate this exact moment. So active participation means we're tuning in, not tuning out. I'm aware of my breath. I'm not in control of my breath. I'm aware of my breath. Noticing it's still a bit hyper from the emotional stress of talking to people. Now I'm focusing on calming down. My heart rate slows down. I realize my hands can go together. Stillness can even be when we're talking, just having an internal balance, a rootedness, a calmness from within to express from without. Sounded good, but I don't know. The point is, be still. The best action is being still, or, think it, plan it, think it, do it. Don't just react, right? Best thing to do is sometimes to be still before we react, to pause. I certainly need to do it more. But how can we do that? Well, we can do that by emptying our cup, get rid of some of the negativity. Most people see the cup is full. Oh my God, my cup is full. Or the cup is empty. They might see the negative and the positive. It's the same thing. It's a matter of what we do with what we have. So for me, martial arts, for movement, using all these different meditations to try and become still. For me, it's a good way of cleaning my cup out. Every day I exercise. Every day I write a bit down in a journal. Every day I call my family and cry. The important thing is, don't sweep it under the rug. Your emotions, your feelings, your passions. We can live in the moment, still prepare for the future, right? But still enjoy the journey. It's the journey. It's being here now, right friggin' now. If we're here now, then you can live forever. Yeah, that's right. Tell people, send this out right now. You can live forever by being in the now. By being in the now, I'm connected to every single one of you. Do you feel it? Yeah, I know, scary. In the now, nowhere, N-O-W, right? Now, here, nowhere. So we connect, omnipresence, in the flow. We're all one. For 42 years, martial arts class starts. And then we sit still for 2 minutes at least. So things begin and end with stillness. Yin yang, opposites. It was a great thing I read today, in great book from, everyone's heard of probably this, right? The I Ching. So that's the beginning of, and the mother and father of Tai Chi and Qigong. And there's a really amazing saying. going to find it because I didn't save it properly. So that's too bad, isn't it? That is just too bad. So plan it next time. The important thing is to be in the now, to be in the flow. It only takes a moment. 3 deep breaths. First one quite deep through your nose. 1, 2, 3. Remember, there's a slight hesitation, then out. 1, 2, 3. Slight hesitation. Second one, not so deep. 1, 2. Slight hesitation. Out. 1, 2. And then normally. So 1, 2, 3, right? Protect yourself. 1, 2, 3. Right? Nice triangle. Elbows, right? Triangle. So be strong, be kind. Build a strong base in whatever you do. And for me, use stillness. Connecting with other people, sharing your passion with emotional content. And don't be shy. Don't be afraid to be yourself. So let's finish with stillness for 60 seconds. Can you do it? 60 seconds. I dare you. I dare you right now. Ready? 60 seconds. Okay. Buddha's eyes looking at you, everybody. Peace and love. Have a great week. Thank you, Kim and everybody. Thank you for listening. Much love to everybody. Nico, if you're listening, I get no respect, but I love you. BP for all your work. Looking good. Thank you. We'll see you soon. My family, I love you all, everybody. Peace and love. Let me finish with a nice little ending. All right.
Are you a Northern Ontario resident searching for credible information on cannabis as a medicine? No Sir is here to help. Established in 2013, Northern Ontario Cannabis Education and Resources is here for you. No Sir Director Kim Cooper brings you 45 plus years experience utilizing cannabis as a medicine and is spreading the education across the North. Activism, resources, referrals, and more at No Sir. Don't be a jackass. Say no sir to cannabis propaganda with No Sir. Find us at www.nocer.ca. Advertising space available at NOK. Contact us for a rate sheet at NOKNetwork.com. Send us a message on our social media platforms or email us at info@NOKNetwork.com.
Peace and love, all.